Yellow, welcome into a quick hitting edition of the H-Town Huddle on the GWN network. We are moments away from kickoff. Texans at Steelers in Pittsburgh, Wildcard weekend. It's going to be great. We're pumped. We're excited. If you haven't tuned into the previous show that was on Friday, went over all the breakdowns, gave you betting analysis, score predictions, statistical breakdowns over the season, how both teams match up versus each other. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check that out. Plus, I have my 5 bold predictions as well for this game. Super bold. I think it's actually going to be a lot closer, a lot more competitive game than actually what my bold predictions were, which is why I'm giving you a wild card last minute update for today. After running the numbers and the models again, looking at how some of the trends are going, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers with a Monday night win streak of like 23 games, Houston Texans on a 9-game win streak, Pittsburgh Steelers on a 6-game playoff losing streak. So something's got to give somewhere. I think the game's going to be more competitive than most people thought or anticipated for this week. So I'm going to go ahead and revamp my final score prediction. It's going to be Texans still somehow pull off the win, but it's only going to be by 2 points, 22-20. I got the Texans coming out on top with this one. I am worried about some key things. I mentioned that in the podcast the previous time. Worried about Jaylen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell out of the backfield. I didn't mention guys like H2O and Azeez Al-Shire in coverage might be susceptible to some passes out of the backfield. Aaron Rodgers dumping the ball off quickly. They kind of mentioned that in the pregame if you guys are watching that already over on ESPN. So, hey, what up, Ghost Monkey? Appreciate you for tuning in. Getting ready to rock and roll. As everybody knows, I don't typically watch the streams live because I think that I curse the Texans. So I will check in with everybody on the GWN live watch party through the chat and periodically throughout, maybe even after the game, if everything turns out okay and goes well. So, but appreciate that. Appreciate everybody. It's getting warm here. Just dropped off my son at karate. But if you got questions, concerns, anything that you want to bring up, see if I want to talk about it with this upcoming game. I'm here for about the next 6-7 minutes, and then I'm going to go make myself something to eat and get ready for this football game this evening. But the rest of the wild card weekend, we saw some really close games, lots of competitive football, except for what happened last night. You saw that with the Patriots. If you were tuning in with us on the live watch party, make sure you go hit the notification bell for the GWN. Check out neonpeacockmerch.com. I got a lot of cool stuff going on there. There is an announcement. I should put that up in the comments. We got a $13 flash sale at neonpeacockmerch.com happening for the next 2 days. Check that out. Next 2 days at neonpeacockmerch.com. So $13. Make sure you guys are checking that out. Yeah, H2O over speed. I'd probably do that. I believe that H2O is getting the snaps. He's more or less like the linebacker 2. When Azeez Al-Shire is missing, H2O is the green dot. Although I do believe I like speed better in coverage, and he has a propensity to show up. But H2O sometimes will just, out of nowhere be like the team's leading tackler or something. So it just depends on how things roll. But I have a little more confidence in him over speed, I think. Yeah, you got a close one too, 24-20, not bad. Yeah, pretty close to my prediction. We'll see how it ends up. I mean, hopefully the Texans pull this off. We gotta come out here and get that win. It's all important. Let's get that shmoney. That's right, Smokey the Cat. That's right, baby. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Make sure, like I said, the next probably like 15, 20 minutes or so, the guys are going to get the other stream going on the Fantasy Playmakers. So make sure you guys are being aware of that, and I will be jumping off. I'm just kind of leading the way, kind of getting the thing, warming up the seats for everybody. But yeah, I'm excited. Playoff football, we're ready to go. The day went by so quick at work. I was just ready to get here. Dropped off my son at karate. Now we're back. Games on in the garage. Games on in the living room. So yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. I should probably put the game on the computer here just in case as well. I don't have ESPN, so I'm going to stream all of these, and so we'll just see. Hopefully I'll put my phone away also. I don't want to be ruined with any like text messages or sleeper alerts, because sleeper still gives me alerts for big plays on several players that I do have. I got Woody Marks, I got Higgins, I got a lot of Texans everywhere, all over dynasties and the like. So we're ready to do this, man. We got wild card weekend. Got to take advantage. I think everything played out yesterday really nicely for the Texans. If they do win, they'll be traveling to New England in Foxborough to take on a young Drake May and a very young team over there. But Vrabel, I think that'd be a good matchup. We got to take care of business tonight. DK Metcalf is back. This is an update show. So Davis Mills did travel this morning, made it to Pittsburgh just fine. He was held back because his wife had a baby, so he just stayed an extra day, make sure everything was good at home before he took off this morning to meet the team. So the Texans do have a backup in the case that they need to use him. I'm much more comfortable with Davis Mills than I am Graham Mertz, so let's do that there. That's good. Check that off. In other news, Texans did drop defensive end Darrell Taylor. He went to waivers. He is a former Chicago Bear. They do probably need some defensive help on the line, so I don't think he makes it through waivers. A playoff team like the Bears would probably pick him up. He'd go back home with them, but I think the Texans were pretty comfortable and deep with what they had, and they needed to make a roster spot open because they activated safety Jalen Reed off of the IR. They waived Kevon Wallace, who played a couple of games in the end of the season there, kind of sparingly, kind of just getting a taste, but we saw some blown coverages when he was in there. So rookie Jalen Reed making his second debut of the season. He was on IR to start the year. Then he had a stint where I think it was Miles Bryant or somebody got hurt. And then he became the starter, didn't let go of that starting position, played very well. And then he had a plate in his forearm from a previous surgery that he was recovering from the first stint on IR, an injury back in college. Turns out the plate broke when he was making a tackle as a starter for the Texans, so he was back on IR. Now he's been elevated again, and so we will see him most likely tonight in that starting safety spot opposite Kevin Bullock. Kalen Bullock. Man, we have too many Kalons and Kavons and Jadens and Jaylens. I got tongue twisted up there for a second, but yeah, that is the most latest news. Let's see. Weather conditions out there in Pittsburgh right now, low 30s, looks really good. Nothing crazy. No high gusty winds. It's like 13 miles an hour, pretty calm. No snow, no rain, precipitation, just nice, cold, crisp playoff football weather. So we're ready to do that. And let's see what else we have as far as Jawar Jordan is inactive. That's the other running back we kind of saw towards the end of the season there. He had a high ankle sprain, filling in for Woody Marks and giving him a break towards the end of the season. We might see some British Brooks carries. Maybe Nick Chubb is back in there, but hopefully a heavy dose of Woody Marks, or he has great vision and just a propensity to lean forward and make plays when plays aren't really there. So let's see what happens. 7:02. We'll hang out for a few more minutes, get things going. Like I said, I'm pumped. I don't want to have to like adrenaline dump all of this stuff, but I do need to get some food in me. I was on the stationary bike, and then I just took a shower, dropped off the kid, and now I'm back this way. So thought I'd pull up a last minute update for everybody. If anybody has any concerns or questions with this, or had any, I didn't want to backtrack or walk back any of the comments I made. Just wanted to make sure there was a clear distinction that in the last podcast that I did, they were bold prediction sections. And then this is, at the time still, though, I do think that, if everything goes swimmingly for the Houston Texans, that all of those things could come true. Just the probability that happens is not very, very high. But I did say, I still believe that the Texans can pull this off. I think that they can cover the spread. They could win by more than a field goal. Just really depends on how CJ Stroud in this offense, which version shows up. Looks like everybody's locked in, ready to go. Pre-game was mostly Steelers, and then they did a cool moment where they just interviewed D'Amico Ryans, and he was just standing there giving them straight answers. The guys are ready to line up and play football and be under control. Controlled chaos, he called it. So bringing that swarm mentality into Pittsburgh. But yeah, man, pumped up for that, ready to rock and roll with all that. Wife's making some food. I got some like prime ribs ready to rock and roll for the game. Some fish tacos. So I'm going to pull up a chair on the couch, crank up the volume, and get ready to do this. If you didn't notice the graphic, I do got something cool on the graphic for today, and it'll be a version of this will be on the GWN tonight. And there it is right there. Got the Wildcard playoff on the Gen Wealth Network. Steelers versus Texans. Steelers hosting the Texans. I animated a couple of little things there just to give it a funny little quirk, but hopefully we see a lot of that. We see Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson Jr., maybe even the interior line, collapsing on old man Rodgers, and he's going to be quick to try to dump off that football, and hopefully somebody on the back end like Jalen Petrie or another couple of our defenders can get in there and cause some turnovers like I had predicted, and make this a less stressful game for fans like myself, and I think most of the Houston Texans fans, because that's just typically what we get, week to week. There's nothing's ever easy, and we don't ever really get any help. So I'm expecting this one to be one of those anxiety-filled games nonetheless, and most likely something that's going to turn out coming down to the wire the last couple of plays. So Good luck to the Houston Texans. I hope that everybody goes out there and it's a safe, nice game full of action and excitement for all of us spectators watching this tonight. Appreciate everybody for just dropping in with me. Make sure that you check out everybody else on the GWN network later tonight doing the watch party. Give it a like, give it a sub, share it with your friends in the groups. It's a riot. Everybody on the show is great. We're reacting in live, real time to touchdowns and fumbles and bad takes and banter in the comments and the whole like. So, with that being said, go Texans, hook 'em. It's H-Town made. Let's go. Horns up, H's up, H-Town. So let's go get it. Let's go get it, man. Tonight's the night. It's time to show up and show out. Put our money where our mouth is. Hopefully Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter, the Nightmare Fuel, can get after these boys on offense, and it's not much of a game. And going back to Jalen Petrie, God is the greatest. The Texans defense may be second. So hopefully they show up. We know that defense travels, and let's just hope that that's the case again tonight here, and they can set the tone and get after it. All right, with that being said, everybody, I appreciate you for hanging out with me for the few moments that we had. Just was able to get all of that out of my chest. I don't have to talk my wife's ear off during the game, but we'll be ready to rock and roll. And I'll be with you all in spirit on the live watch party. So appreciate everybody once again. Remember that you cannot spell peacock without peace.
It's special. We started practice. We practiced off this weekend. Your boys are tired. Let's keep it up this week, man. Texans!
Suck my dick and pay me, pay me, pay me. She don't call back like, damn. And my brother's always busy. That's why shorty fucking with me. She the only one that give me. Yeah. And I rode this here for 2. I just hop up in the whip. I hit up 6. She smoke it with me. Little bitch.